The question I'd like you to do on SWOT analysis can be found in chapter 1.2.3, the SWOT analysis question, as you can see over here on page 9. So this is a SWOT analysis question. What I would like you to do first is I'd like you to read through the question yourself. It is available in the notes. I will put the first page over here. You can pause to read this page. Here's an extension to the page. You can carry on reading it if you don't want to go into your notes. You can press pause. And here's the final part of it. You can press pause. So guys, what I would have expected you to do is I would have expected you to look at the required. I'm going to show you how I would do a read through of this question before I go into the solution. It says prepare a memorandum to the management of SFG, which includes an analysis of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, a SWOT analysis of their business. Incorporate general knowledge and of the relevant industry into your answer. So some general knowledge needs to be brought in. So guys, let's have a look. It says Spare Foods Group operates in the food services industry as a franchisor of quick service and casual dining restaurants. SFG has a 30 April year end and is listed on the JSE. The shares are currently trading at R9.20. Now, are there any strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that you can find inside this set of notes? And that's the question. And there are two that you should be able to pick up from there. Okay. Number one, we are listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. What does that mean for the business itself if we are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange, guys? Is this a strength, a weakness, an opportunity, or a threat? What do you think? Guys, it's an opportunity. Why would it be an opportunity? Because we've got an opportunity to go get extra funding from the JSE. Sorry. Because we have an opportunity where we can go get funding from the external environment from the JSE, and we could use that to help finance further expansion within the group itself. So there is an opportunity there because we are listed on the JSE. Okay, this the group comprises 12 diversified restaurant brands and over 1,800 restaurants across South Africa, and more recently 300 in the African continent outside of South Africa. So guys, is what we've read there a strength, a weakness, an opportunity, or a threat? So guys, we've got 1,800 restaurants, we've got 12 diversified brands, 300 more on the African continent. We've got a big, nice, diversified brands and restaurant group. Okay, lots of customers. This is a strength, and you can put it down in your strength place. The other thing says African continent. So what might happen as far as the African continent is concerned? Is there a strength, a weakness, an opportunity, a threat? Guys? Okay. What do you think? So guys, expanding into your business into Africa has got country risk attached onto it. Look what's happened to MTN in Nigeria with all the problems. And many other South African companies that have expanded into Africa have experienced problems itself. Now, is that a strength? Is that a weakness? Is that an opportunity? Or is that a threat? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say, listen, that's not a good thing. So it's either going to be a weakness or a threat. Now, that political instability and that country risk in those countries, is that part of your internal environment or is that part of the external environment? It's part of the external environment and will be treated as a threat. So what are you going to do? You're going to say, listen, when we open up stuff in the African continent outside of South Africa, there's country risks attached to each of those countries, and we need to just worry about it. In addition, there might be things like forex risk, okay, that type of stuff with exchange of currency and items similar to that. Let's carry on. It says, in addition to this, they also manufacture and supply their franchisees and retail trade with a wide range of sauces, spices, and beverages. Is that a strength, a weakness, an opportunity, or a threat? So, guys, that we're doing too much may be indicative of a weakness. Okay, why? Because we a fast food retailer. Should we be involved in manufacturing? So, do we know how to do this? We might lose focus. Sorry, just one extra thing. Sorry, there's an opportunity there as well to expand into Africa. So you put something into an opportunity column and also into a threat column for expansion into Africa. It says, despite continued economic losses, hardships of recent years, the fast food industry experienced continued growth. So we're in the fast food industry. Is that a strength or an opportunity? Fast food industry is growing. We're in it. This is a strength. We have chosen to be invested in that industry. We're in it, and it's growing. It's a strength for our business. Okay. It says this has led to increased competition. Okay. Now, let's just unpackage this increased competition itself. This has led to increased competition. Okay. Why do you think there's increased competition? Let's look at the fast food industry. What's happened in South Africa? We've had McDonald's come here. We've had Starbucks. We've had Domino's Pizza. We've got all these overseas brands that are opening up in South Africa. Okay. And there's been increased competition. So what is this? This is a threat. Okay. Okay. New overseas brands. We need to just be careful with these items itself. Okay. But FSG has managed to remain profitable. Profit increased by 20% in the current financial year and maintain healthy cash reserves of 300 million. Healthy cash reserves is a strength and should be put into the question. You should explain why it's a strength, because we can invest in opportunities without taking out loans, but you should put something along those lines into a question solution. Okay. The profit is a strength. We're a very, very profitable company. We should write something in a solution like we're performing excellently, 20% growth. So this profit going up by 20% is another strength that you'll put into a solution. Management is of the opinion that one of the key factors contributing to their competitive advantage is their talented workforce. It's internal, guys. It's got to be a strength. They are therefore committed to investing in their workforce and have recently undertaken a project whereby they collaborated with a local university to identify students to be developed by trainee and internship programs, guys. This is a strength. You might want to even talk about social responsibility, helping South Africa out, and how it's going to strengthen your business itself, but you'll put it in the strength. It's internal to you. Over the past year, SFG's business has shared unprecedented growth due to the acquisition of 3 new brands and expansion of their popular brands into Africa. That's an opportunity. We can expand our own brands into Africa. That's one of our opportunities. We could buy new brands That is another one of the opportunities. So both of those might go down into the opportunity column. It says a business school feeders has been identified as an acquisition target this year. This company provides basic meals to school children and has SA government as its sole customer. It is a 100% black-owned company and management are the shareholders. Management has close ties to many people in the ANC government. The group is worth 1 billion rand, but the value could be doubled using SFG's wholesale abilities and distribution change. Management's down for a 5-year period in terms of the proposed sale and are willing to accept shares. Okay. So there are a whole lot of things to unpack in here. So opportunities, okay. Close ties to the ANC. There's an opportunity there. Okay, they're willing to accept shares. You could improve your BE rating because they're 100% black managed and owned. So it will improve your BE if you issue shares to these guys. Okay, there's a huge opportunity from here that we could double the value of this business. There's also another problem. Will we lose the contract? So there's a threat there if we now are not 100% black owned. It says there are also a number of restaurant brands and management are considering buying after the success of the 3 brands bought last year. Opportunity, provided you've got the money, that'll go in as an opportunity. Considerable portion of the expansion has been funded with cash reserves, and as a result, the group has decided to reconsider their current dividend policy and not declare a dividend in the current year. That is a weakness. It's not a threat. You are choosing to do it. It's internal to you. The shareholders might get pissed off with you if you were to do that. There's Spare Foods as an option to acquire Mrs. Delivery, a business that specializes in the dropping off of goods at home. There's an opportunity, okay? We've got COVID, which is a threat. Which means that many of our businesses, if we have to have another lockdown, are going to be impacted upon it. This would mitigate that risk, and this would give you an opportunity to deliver goods to people at home from your restaurants themselves. Carrying on. FSG has the following additional financial information. Says the group has a BEE rating of 6. Weakness. That's much too low. SFG's long-term debt consists of a loan valued at 503.8 million, which is approximately 10% of equity. Other companies in the sector have 50% debt to equity. So guys, low debt is a strength. Okay, and low debt is an opportunity to borrow and invest in new acquisitions. Okay, the group has 100 million shares in issue. Okay, dividend amounts to those amounts, and it's been growing over the past 3 years. Okay. More so, it's bad that we shouldn't declare a dividend this year. Okay. FSG has in the past dividend payout rates of 40% consistently. We're changing dividend policy. This may be a weakness and cause shareholders to get upset. They might say, what is happening here? Okay. And then it says prepare memorandum and incorporate general knowledge. General knowledge, what am I going to put in for general knowledge? Load shedding is going to be the big risk. Okay, so it's got to be a weakness or a threat. Is it internal or external? It's external, so we're going to treat it as a threat. Okay. What you might want to do is you might want to say that one of the weaknesses within our business is, or the threats to our business is, public health legislation. That might be a problem because we're dealing with foodstuffs. If we give fraught food out and we poison people, maybe there might be a problem from that perspective. Could do something with COVID. That's another thing you might want to do. Another thing that you could sit there and say, food is perishable, and by having perishable items, that leads to all sorts of problems within the business. That would probably be a threat, and you can get wastage. There could be legal costs if we do that. That type of stuff. That's general knowledge that you might want to incorporate in. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to have a look at the solution. You should see that 95%, I would imagine, of the solution I've picked up as part of this question. And this is how you should have read through the question. If you know that the required is a SWOT analysis, you should be marking off everything inside the question as you read through, like this, when you read through the question. If you did not do that when I asked you to read through the question, once again, I'm encouraging you to write on pieces of paper so that you can facilitate the easy answering of a question later on and not leave anything out of a solution. Please review the solution itself. Make sure you know how to do SWOT questions.